Welcome back to LFC Transfer Hub, your ultimate home for all things Liverpool. Today we've got huge transfer drama and breaking news.
Liverpool boss Arne Slot has confirmed Alexander Isak is available to make his debut in the Reds Champions League opener against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday, but the striker will not play the full game. AC Milan set to make a move for vital Liverpool player in January. Darwin Núñez makes fresh statement after hitting new milestone following Liverpool transfer. Let's dive into Reds. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with every twist and turn in the transfer window. Isak is yet to make an appearance for Liverpool since joining on deadline day in a £125 million British record deal. The Sweden international was left out of Sunday's win at Burnley, but he could make his long-awaited debut at Anfield either from the start or off the bench. Asked about Isak's chance of playing against Atletico, Slot said, "There is definitely a chance because he is in the squad. Then there's a chance to play, but I can say it's 100% sure that he will not play 90 minutes. But he's part of the squad." Sponsored stories. Is this legal? Access new TV channels. Is this legal? Access new TV channels. Smart TV. Nicky Butt interview. Scott McTominay proved Man United wrong, but even class of '92 would struggle in this environment. Nicky Butt interview. Scott McTominay proved Man United wrong, but even class of '92 would struggle in this environment. Sky Sports. Japanese used this trick to reduce neck pain, it's genius. Japanese used this trick to reduce neck pain, it's genius. Darila.com. Paul Scholes interview. Bruno Fernandes should be Man Utd's number 10, he is the most creative player on the team. Paul Scholes interview. Bruno Fernandes should be Man Utd's number 10, he is the most creative player on the team. Sky Sports. It's already a Champions League game to look forward to, but if people look forward to his playing time, that could mean that could happen as well. Questioned on whether Isak will start, Slot replied, "The only thing that is sure is that he will not play 90 and all the rest you will see." Slot. Isak's biggest challenge is getting fit. Isak missed preseason and game time due to his dispute with Newcastle before sealing his move to Liverpool, and he has only played 18 minutes of football this season for Sweden. Asked what Isak's biggest challenge is, Slot responded, "Getting fit after missing out on 4 months of proper team sessions. He doesn't have to prove to anyone that he's good enough to play in the Premier League because that's what he's proven already at Newcastle. The main challenge he has is to become so fit that he is first of all ready to do what he did last season." He added, "The moment he's fit, match fit, and he can play 90, then the next step is playing 3 times in a week, then the next step is going one step further in terms of pressing. Then scoring goals and doing special things in attack, that is something he will 100% sure do." Van Dijk. Isak the complete striker. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk believes Isak, who scored 54 times in 86 Premier League appearances for Newcastle, is the complete striker. "He's a clinical finisher," he said. "You look at his finishing skills, heading, left, right, top corners, he is the complete striker at the moment. You can say the same for Hugo Ekitike. They are maybe a little bit different, but not as much. They both have so much quality. They are very comfortable on the ball so they can link up play. They have pace, and that's what is being asked of the modern-day striker. Both are a handful, and that's good that they are on my side now. So hopefully, they can show that to the opponent in the next year." Isak's price tag creates pressure. Van Dijk, however, is aware that the British record £125 million fee paid for Isak will create pressure for the 25-year-old. The Dutchman said, "It's not really an addition, is it? It's a replacement because players with a lot of quality left us, so we had to replace these players who were so important for us and we had success with. It comes with the price tag, and the price tag we have no control over. I totally understand from the outside world that there'll always be talk about that, and that creates a sort of pressure. But it's down to him and with us that we don't speak about those type of things. Hopefully for him, he can score a lot of goals. Just work hard, enjoy being the number 9 for Liverpool, be important for the group with goals, assists, link up play, help others, and that's the only thing you have influence on." Van Dijk also echoed his head coach's calls for Isak to get match fit. Asked about his first impressions of Isak, he replied, "Very good. Very eager. The quality he's been showing already since the first session. I was still on international duty, from what I've heard and seen, so only positive. Off the pitch as well, we have conversations. I spoke to him during the international break when everything was sorted. For him, it's about getting as fit as possible as quickly as possible, getting to understand each one of us as quickly as possible, how we train, how we press, set pieces. It's been a good week for him, let's see." Slot defends Liverpool's summer spending spree. Meanwhile, Slot launched an impassioned defense of the club's unprecedented summer transfer activity after taking a swipe at criticism from pundits that favor other clubs. Isak's British record move took their spending to £446.5 million, but Slot was keen to point out it was not reckless spending as they recouped over £228 million in sales, having spent just £10 million the previous summer. There is so much focus on our new signings, especially from pundits that favor some other clubs in the country that cannot stop talking about £450 million. I repeat, £450 million, £450 million. But they forget about, nearly £300 million that we have sold for, said Slot. So, yes, if we want to strengthen the squad we need to spend that much money. If we sell Dominic Szoboszlai tomorrow, he would be worth £100 million as well. I think it is only a compliment that people tell everyone we have spent so much, because that tells you the players we brought in are seen as very good players. I think we did great business, we brought in great players, and to add to that, we have already lowered the age of the players. Some other teams prefer to bring in 27-year-olds because they are ready, but we think we have brought in players who are 21, 22 who are ready. And then if they are still with you in 4 or 5 years, we can sell someone like Luis Diaz for £65 million. But it is harder to sell him for £65 million if he is already 32. That is our model, and I think we should get praise. I think all the money we have spent we generated ourselves by selling and by winning the league after we didn't buy anyone at all. If you win the league, that is quite good financially as well. Those two situations led to the fact that we could spend £450 million. It's not like we looked in the ground and saw there was money coming up. We have generated ourselves, and that is a big compliment for the model we have and for the quality players we have brought in, that everybody is only talking about the £450 million. AC Milan set to make a move for vital Liverpool player in January. Liverpool went through a lot of change during the summer transfer window. The Reds spent around £450 million on their new arrivals, but they also sold over £200 million worth of players. Indeed, £450 million is a massive amount of money, but if Liverpool want to keep competitive, the best way for them to do that is to constantly be upgrading their team. And, to make things even better, their club record signing, Alexander Isak, hasn't even made his debut yet, which means that, when he does feature for the club, they'll only get better. However, with the number of players that have been brought in, there are still a couple of players among Arne Slot's ranks who may be looking for a way out of Anfield either in January or next summer. AC Milan are likely to make another bid for Joe Gomez. One player Liverpool were looking to move on in the summer was Joe Gomez. The centre-back is one of the most versatile players among the Reds' ranks, which makes him a rather important player. However, seeing as though it seemed dead certain that Mark Guéhi would be making the move to Anfield, the Reds were looking for a way to move him on, with AC Milan coming in with a £13 million bid. In the end, nothing came to fruition, but according to a new report from Italian outlet Milan Live, it appears that the Serie A giants are gearing up to make another move for the defender. The report shares that AC Milan will make another attempt to sign Gomez in January. He managed to get in the crosshairs of the Serie A outfit during the final hours of the summer transfer window, but in the end, there were too many moving parts for a deal to be viable. Milan Live also outlined that there was very little time to reach an agreement between the clubs and conduct all the relevant tests. However, with the winter transfer window approaching, Liverpool are readying themselves to receive another serious attempt from the Italian giants. Liverpool should only sell Joe Gomez if they manage to sign a replacement for him. At the moment, it's clear that Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk are going to be Slot's starting centre-backs again. Indeed, some of Konate's performances for Liverpool have been below par this term, but more often than not, he's proved his worth. Van Dijk is just Van Dijk, and, to be honest, when he does eventually exit Anfield, it'll be a very hard task to try and replace him. In Gomez's case, however, it feels unlikely that a January exit will be sanctioned, as Liverpool don't want to make a move for Guehi in January. And that's because, by the end of the 2025-26 campaign, the Englishman will be available for free, which makes much more sense for the Reds, especially since they already have 4 centre-backs among their ranks. Of course, it's also up to Gomez, but, in reality, it feels unlikely that Gomez will be leaving Anfield this January, that is, especially since Lewis Steele dubbed the Englishman a vital part of Slot's setup. Darwin Núñez makes fresh statement after hitting new milestone following Liverpool transfer. Former Liverpool striker Darwin Núñez sparked Al Hilal's fight back in their AFC Champions League opener against Al Duhail on Tuesday night, scoring his second goal in as many matches for his new club. Al Hilal began their continental group stage against the 8-time Qatari champions and found themselves a goal behind after 37 minutes. The Saudi outfit regrouped at halftime and it was Núñez who leveled the tie-up in the 57th minute of play. The ex-Liverpool number 9 waited patiently in space that was left open in the penalty area. His shot may have looked mishit into the turf, but the bounce of the ball proved deceptive to the opposition goalkeeper. Former AC Milan fullback Theo Hernandez completed Al Hilal's victory with a volley from the edge of the 18-yard box roughly 10 minutes later. Liverpool made the decision to part ways with Núñez this summer. In the 3 seasons since his £64 million arrival from Benfica, the Uruguayan scored 40 times in 143 appearances in all competitions. His first 2 seasons under Jurgen Klopp, although coming with criticism, saw a steady incline to his contributions in front of goal as Liverpool won the Community Shield and Carabao Cup. Arne Slot then took over before the 2024-25 campaign and the club went on to lift the Premier League title, although Núñez saw his role diminish under the new head coach, scoring only 7 overall and not starting a match in the last 3 months of the season. His £43.3 million sale to Al Hilal went through and it would seem the striker has not looked back, scoring 3 in as many preseason fixtures before making a statement of intent with strikes in his latest 2 competitive appearances for his new club. Núñez looks like a player who is thriving without the pressures of top-level European football. As he and others departed Slot's title-winning team over the summer, the Reds went out and recruited extensively. That included the arrival of 2 centre forwards. The first was Hugo Ekitike, signed from Eintracht Frankfurt for £79 million. The 23-year-old went on to net in his first 3 competitive appearances for his new club and also added an assist to his record in that run of matches. He has continued to lead the line for Slot's side since, whilst £125 million deadline day signing Alexander Isak waits for his opportunity to play. The former Newcastle United man was held back from playing against Burnley on Sunday, though Liverpool have confirmed his involvement in the squad for Wednesday night's Champions League match against Atletico Madrid at Anfield.